Man, this is just straight up disrespectful. They released R-Truth and Carlito. Not one, but both of them. And I just can't wrap my head around what WWE is actually doing. What is WWE honestly doing? Because the product has been garbage lately. Not just trash. Not just dude. The product lately has been unwatchable. I've been watching WWE since I was a kid. I've been watching WWE since I was about 5 years old. I've been watching WWE basically my whole life. I'm almost 21 now. Like this is insane. I've been watching WWE my whole life, and I can honestly say what I've been seeing as of late has been the worst product I've ever seen. The worst production, the worst storytelling, the most boring, monotonous nonsense, the same matches, the same everything. But you know what? This isn't what this video is about. I'm going to rant about that in another video. But this video, this one specifically, is about the GOAT, the legend getting released. R-Truth, man. And Carlito. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. I saw this news yesterday. But I wanted to wait for everything to come out, all the information. And I'm over here thinking, okay, maybe this is fake. No, they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't release R-Truth. Maybe this is a work. They're going to turn this into some promo story, some element to a story. No. Because I was thinking that too, and along with a lot of other people, but then it hit me. How often do you actually see R-Truth being serious? Posting something serious. He'll probably post something along that matches his character. Because this man was kayfabe. R-Truth was WWE in a sense. This man was kayfabe. If he posted something, he's keeping the story alive. He's keeping everything alive, And it's something that encapsulates what his character is, So he makes a post, you're like, that sounds like R-Truth. That's something R-Truth would say. That's something R-Truth would do. And then he posted something very serious. And after a couple of hours passed by, I'm still looking into it, seeing reactions, and I'm just seeing the rest of the WWE superstars, the rest of the locker room. They're saying thank you to R-Truth, that he was just like a ray of sunshine. They've never laughed so hard. R-Truth was funny. He was a genius. R-Truth was great, And I'm just like, dude, this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. So let's just get into it, first of all, with the tweet that R-Truth posted about him getting released. So it goes like this. So R-Truth posted on Twitter saying, "I'm sorry to inform you all, I just got released from WWE. I want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who was along for the ride. Thank you for all the love, support, and appreciation you have given me over the years. Thank you." That's what R-Truth posted. And mind you, I just saw a tweet too about why Triple H did it, or pointing to the reasons why he might have did it. I don't know if it's official or not, but I also saw a tweet of the reason why it was. And then I pray to God that's not the reason why Triple H released Carlito and R-Truth, because that it seems like such rage bait. It seems like such rage bait. Like you see something like that, dude, that's crash out material. That's something that just, you see it and it just makes you want to crash out because it doesn't make sense. It's not dude. Okay, you know what? Let's move on to the next tweet about Carlito getting released, because that was crazy too, because they brought this man back. They brought Carlito back. I was so excited when he returned. I thought they were going to do something great with Carlito, but no, they shoved him into that Judgment Day story, that boring, overplayed Judgment Day group at this point. It's overplayed. It's boring now. It's over with. It's been, dude, they started Judgment Day with Edge. Then they added Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest. That was it. And then they turned on Edge. Finn Balor joined the group. He was the leader or whatever. Then they kick out Rhea Ripley. They kick out Damian Priest. Now, dude, it's just a whole new group, and then they're thinking about adding Roxanne Perez to it. I'm like, it's cool, but this group is over with, man. This group has overstayed its welcome. And then they added Carlito and brought him right into the group that was getting boring, that's been overplayed, that's been around for too long at this point, and they didn't do anything with him. Like, I'm not expecting Carlito to get like a, a world heavyweight championship or like a, like a world heavyweight championship run or anything. But, I thought like at least they would use him. Most of the times when he's on TV, it's just like, just to get speared by Braun Breaker or just like as a cheap, I don't even know, as a cheap joke backstage. Okay, so the tweet by Carlito, he posted this. He says, "My contract is up in 2 weeks. It will not be renewed. On top of that, WWE is demanding I pay back the money they paid me for apparently stealing money from the company." So that's like him joking about him not, I guess, doing anything on his run back. "I've had my lawyers look into it, and after reviewing my footage on Netflix for the past months, they suggested I pay them back the money. All jokes aside, gracias WWE, especially the WWE Universe," and then some Spanish, and then he says, "P.S. I'll reappear again in another 13 years. So, like, just a little joke in there, because, Carlito's funny, So they released R-Truth and they released Carlito. Two pillars of pure entertainment. Well, I can't talk too much on Carlito, but I'm going to focus mainly on R-Truth, because R-Truth is who I mainly really grew up with, if we're being quite honest. R-Truth, just a pillar of comedy, man. And how boring the product's been lately. You need people like R-Truth. You need people like Carlito. At least they'll bring some comedy to it, something you could laugh at. Dude, I open my TV when Raw or SmackDown is on. And, like, I watch Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and other stuff, right? When SmackDown or Raw is on, I open it to watch it. And I'm just face-palming the whole time. The only things I could literally watch through anymore are the funny segments. And those are limited at this point. R-Truth was just naturally funny. He was just naturally entertaining. You give R-Truth garbage to work with, he's going to turn that garbage into gold. And that's what he's been doing his whole career. I don't know how R-Truth... No, I know how. No, R-Truth has managed to stay so entertaining throughout his whole career. How? Because he's just a legend, dude. R-Truth is entertaining. Whatever you give him, he's going to figure out a way to work with it. Dude, I remember that 24/7 championship, when they first introduced that, everybody was hating on it. It's like, it's garbage. It's not necessary. You put R-Truth in the picture. It was the greatest thing ever. It was so entertaining. No matter what you give to Truth, he's going to find a way to make it he's going to find a way to make it special. He's going to find a way to make it entertaining. And he's going to find a way to make the fans hooked on it. Get the fans hooked on it, man. And R-Truth was just one of those guys that you thought he was going to be around forever. He's been loyal to his company for so long. I've never heard one bad thing about R-Truth. This man was so loyal to his company. He injured himself over and over just trying to perform, trying to put on a show. I feel like it's just disrespectful. Someone of that, dude. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It doesn't make sense. Someone like R-Truth, dude, he's a staple in the WWE at this point. And the fact that he was still around for the past couple of years, dude, tell me what they did with R-Truth. Nothing. And not once did I see R-Truth take to Twitter and complain. Not once did I see R-Truth. Dude, oh my God. Not once did I see R-Truth complain about what they were giving him. No, he just made it work. He was just there. He was reliable. R-Truth got jobbed out for years. R-Truth was literally a jobber for years, which was just disrespectful. He was a jobber for years. Not once did I hear him complain. On Twitter, on any social media platform. And then this man's just naturally funny at that. He was adding entertainment value to some garbage product that we've been given. And when I say garbage, I don't mean it lightly. No, this product has been garbage. And I'm telling you, some of the few highlights I've seen have been from R-Truth just being funny. Whether it's hanging around with John Cena, cutting that little funny segment, or just backstage with Jimmy Uso. Dude, just, oh my God. I remember, dude, tell me if I'm lying. Judgment Day would have been dead already. The whole group as a whole would have been dead already if R-Truth didn't join it. Remember how boring it got then when R-Truth joined it? He didn't know if he was a member or not. They were trying to kick him out. Tell me R-Truth didn't make that group entertaining for the time he was in it. Tell me R-Truth didn't keep that group alive. Just popping up and out of nowhere thinking that he was in Judgment Day, and then he had that match to kick Damian Priest out of Judgment. Tell me that was peak entertainment. Why? Because of R-Truth, my guy. Because of the legend R-Truth. because of the GOAT. R-Truth was just pure jokes, pure entertainment. You give him garbage, he turns it into gold. And you're telling me you release somebody like that? And like at that, dude, I'm telling you, I thought R-Truth was just gonna be around forever. Like even when they don't use him, like have him in some like funny backstage segment or something, because that's what he was doing, and it was working. It was working. Like, oh my god, it doesn't make sense. And I'm like, I swear, WWE is just destroying their company. I don't even know what they're doing. Like, I can't watch it, dude. Oh my god. So, funny thing, right? I was paying for Netflix just solely to watch WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Dude, after yesterday, I canceled it because I was on the verge. I'm like, dude, I'm not enjoying this. This isn't entertaining to me. I'm watching it every week. I'm coming out every week disappointed, mad. I'm like, dude, what did I just watch? And I was on the verge. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to keep the subscription anymore. I mean, it's not like a crazy amount of money or anything, but I'm still paying for it. And I'm like, I'm not going to be paying for something I'm not enjoying. And I was paying for it mainly just because I'm just such a fan of WWE. Like I said, I've been watching it my whole entire life. And yesterday I saw that news about R-Truth, right? And I was already on the verge with all the other WWE news, and I was already over it. And I saw they released, I'm like, you released R-Truth? I'm like, this is not for the fans anymore. WWE is not about the fans anymore. It's not about listening to the fans anymore. It's about making money. And it's grossly apparent. Dude, after I saw that, I right then and there, I canceled my Netflix subscription. I'm like, I'm not paying for this nonsense anymore because WWE clearly doesn't care about the fans. Triple H clearly does not care about the fans. TKO clearly does not care about the fans. This is just about making money. And that's it. That's all it is to them. And you're telling me you're releasing guys that are keeping the product entertaining, like R-Truth, Carlito. Dude, some of the funniest things I've seen was from Carlito and R-Truth. Those two, naturally funny. And they're entertaining on TV. Have them, dude, oh my god. And like backstage, they have nothing to work with. Somehow they make it work. And you release those, like, what's WWE supposed to look like now? It's already boring. And then you take out the comedy? Dude, I'm not watching that. Dude, in my whole entire life, I've been watching WWE my whole entire life. This is the closest I've been to completely stop. I can't even talk. This is the closest I've ever been to not watching the product. I'm not, oh Lord. I'm gonna stop watching the product. This is the closest I've been to stopping watching the product. I don't even know how to say that at this point. Oh Lord, my head's all over the place. Because, dude, this is disrespectful. It doesn't make sense. Like, this is how you treat a legend? And I'm calling R-Truth legend because he was a legend, dude. He's been around for so long. He gave his all to this industry, this company, WWE. And you're telling me they just wasted him like that? Just fire him after he was in the store with John Cena. Mind you, with that whole farewell tour thing. Dude, and I'm not gonna lie, I saw that shirt R-Truth came out on with like the Ron Cena, and it was like the final time is now. I'm like, dude, that's a really nicely made shirt. I'm like, I didn't think they would spend all that time making a shirt just for like a simple match like that. I feel like that should have been like an indication or something, because that, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much into that, but I remember at the time I thought about that. Not him getting released, but I was like, that's a nice shirt. And I'm like, now it's making sense. I feel like they had this plan like in the books. And then after that, dude, tell me that match wasn't so entertaining. Anyone else in that position to face John Cena in like that time span, dude, we would have been rioting. We'd be like, dude, this was such a waste of time. This was such a waste of time. We would have been rioting. But R-Truth came out. It was the funniest thing. Dude, that's the most entertained I've ever been watching a match. As of late. And it was because of R-Truth. I'm like, dude, this was so funny. R-Truth coming out dressed as John Cena, doing the whole gimmick, the whole shtick. That was pure gold. Pure gold. And then you tell me, that wasn't even his last match. I mean, if they were going to fire R-Truth, they had that as the last match, I wouldn't have even been mad, honestly. I would have been mad, but like, it would have made more sense. It would have been more respectful. It would have been like they're giving roses to a guy, to a legend that gave his all to the company. Like they're giving him his roses, you know? Like as a thank you in your final match, you get to face John Cena. That would have been like less insulting, honestly. But you tell me his final match, you have him job out to Jeff Cobb. And that's fine. You know, Jeff Cobb is new talent. You got to build him up. Build him up with someone else. What do you mean? After that, you fire him. You like R-Truth had no reason to be in that match. Like, and that's how. Oh, dude, I'm gonna talk about this in a whole nother video. I don't want this to be too long, but the fact that they fired someone like R-Truth, and then like you see online people like, man, I thought they would have gave R-Truth like a legend contract and he would have been around just forever, you know? Because that's R-Truth is up there, whether you want to admit it or not, dude. Whether you want to admit it, say you like him, you hate him, you can't tell me R-Truth wasn't there. Like, he was a pillar in the WWE. Like, when you talk about top stars, you have to put R-Truth in there. People like Miz, John Cena, like people that kept the product entertaining. If you're talking entertainment value, like as of what they brought to the product, you got to put R-Truth in there. You know, you got people like Taker, John Cena, you know, the legends, the GOATs. You got to put R-Truth in that conversation. How entertaining this man was, how much he brought to this industry, to this company, man. You got to put him in there. And you're telling me just to release him like that after just a random match versus Jacob Cobbs? Really? After just a random match that didn't even need to happen? Why would you... Dude, I remember back in the day, if like a legend or a WWE wrestler was retiring, they gave him like a go no way match. They didn't even have to win it, but it was something respectful, something that like showed indication. And you knew. Like they used to do that, like give you like your last match. Most of the times, the legend, the person who's retiring, would win it. Now it's not even that. You don't even get the grace of one last match. You don't even get like the reward of having your final match, knowing that it's your final match. Because if this happens how it unfolded, that means like R-Truth had no idea. Like they just fired him on a random day. That's it, brother. And I said I was gonna get into why they did it. I saw this tweet, and I'm telling you, this is the most rage bait stuff I've ever seen. If this is actually the reason, so here's what it says: why R-Truth and Carlito were fired. It says, reportedly, Triple H made the call to release R-Truth and Carlito. Why? They're looking at numbers. They're looking at how many people they have to cut or how much money they have to cut. And those were the picks. Those were the Levesque, whatever his last name is, picks. And that's what it is. For money, for numbers, they're looking at the numbers. They're looking at how many people they have to cut or how much money they have to. You're telling me WWE's worried about money now? You have the whole entire ring covered in advertisement. Seat tickets cost anywhere from $12,000 to $50,000, $48,000. That's what ticket pricing is at this point. What do you mean? What do you mean for these live events, for these pay-per-view shows? Ticket prices are like $50,000, $12,000, $10,000. Dog, they're like price gouging the fans, milking every last drop, every last dime out of the fans. And you're telling me you cut people like that for budget cuts or seeing how many people or how much money dude, money? You think WWE has a money issue at this point? They have a money issue right now, brother. And you'll tell me that's why they released R-Truth and Carlito, because they're looking at the numbers and they're looking at how many people they have to cut and how much money they have to cut. What do you mean money you have to cut? Mania tickets, dude. I promise you, Mania tickets for the seats were like $50,000. For tickets for the seats, Brody, like. Oh my god. And you have other like just pay-per-view events coming up where like the tickets are like just not even top tier, like just B-list, C-list pay-per-views coming up. And you're telling me ticket pricing are like $3,200 just for like some normal seats basically. And you're telling me WWE's doing this for budget cuts. And let's say it was for budget cuts. There's a long line of other wrestlers I'm putting in front of R-Truth that need to be released, that aren't doing anything, that aren't doing anything, that could have been released. You're telling me for budget cut, R-Truth and Carlito, the people who are bringing entertainment and value to the company, those are the people you release? The people who are bringing laughter, joy, and entertainment to your boring company in the moment, those are the two people you release for budget cuts. You're telling me R-Truth and Carlito were the people getting paid the most? That was doing the most damage to WWE's pockets. Oh, man. This is crazy. There's a list of people I'm like, they're not even on TV anymore. And they're still hired by the company. They're still working for WWE. There are some people that are literally not contributing anything. Entertainment wise, story wise, nothing. But you're telling me you get rid of R-Truth and Carlito. The people who've been on TV damn near like every week, entertaining us, having this like the funniest stuff you'll ever see, having funny segments backstage, turning garbage into gold. Those are the people you release because of budget, because of numbers. And this is what I mean. WWE is not about the fans anymore. WWE does not care about the fans anymore. WWE has turned into a shell of its former self. They're just worried about Triple H, TKO. They're just worried about money at this point. Money and numbers. And it's grossly apparent now. To release someone like R-Truth. And the last thing I wanted to get into is like just some tweets. Well, not some tweets, just one tweet, honestly, because all the rest are kind of the same and on the same theme, just saying thank you to R-Truth. But this one was from The Miz. And I think it really sums it up, like how everybody feels about this and how everybody feels about him. Because a lot of people are just posting thank yous and goodbyes and like just saying like R-Truth was the best. You have people like Carmelo Hayes. You have people like Rhea Ripley, Dirty Dom. So many people were just in shock that R-Truth got released the way he did. And they're posting messages. So I'm just going to read The Miz's, and it's just basically what everybody else is saying as well. But I think The Miz put it really nicely and really beautifully. And that's another man too. The Miz, so professional. Dude, Miz, one of my favorites. On and off screen. Anyway, this is what The Miz said. Forming Awesome Truth with you was one of the best runs of my career. No one made me laugh harder. Your energy, your heart, and smile lit up every room in every arena. You're not one of a kind. You are one in a lifetime. Love you, Truth. Keep shining. And dude, I love that. You're not one of a kind. You're one in a lifetime. Dude, tell me whenever there's gonna be another R-Truth. There's no other R-Truth. R-Truth was R-Truth, man. Dude, there's not gonna be another R-Truth. Somebody that's just pure entertainment like that. Just pure joy. Just funny naturally. There's not gonna be another R-Truth, dude. He's not one of a kind. He's one in a lifetime. And that's the realest thing I've heard all day. Like, it's just crazy. You hear everybody saying the same thing. No one made me laugh harder. Your energy, your heart, your smile lit up every room. And you just released him like that after everything he's given, after everything he's done, after putting his body on the line. Dog, just like that. Like, there's a long list of other people I'd say release first. Dude, if there's budget cuts, dude, give me a pen and paper. I'll write you 10 pages of other wrestlers that aren't doing anything. I'm not naming names because, whatever. But, like, dog, if you're telling me it's for budget cuts, for numbers, there's so many other wrestlers not doing anything. So many other wrestlers, R-Truth is doing more than. So many other wrestlers, R-Truth is more entertaining than. And you're telling me you get rid of R-Truth. Like, tell me, the releases as of late have not made any sense, dog. You have them releasing Braun Strowman after, like, the story he's had with oh Lord, what's his name? After the story he had with Jacob Fatu, that was pure entertainment. He had a story with what's his name? Bronson Reed? Yeah. Bronson Reed? Yeah, Bronson Reed? The Tsunami guy, he just came back. My head's all over the place. Like, dude, he had some good stories. And we thought he was going to have, like, something mixed in with the White Six, where he was going to join that group, dude. You're telling me you release Braun Strowman, like, after he, like, it's not even, like, there's no hints anymore when they're releasing people. Because, like, you see a wrestler, like, in a story today, and tomorrow they're released, like, right in the middle of a story, basically. Because, let's not lie, R-Truth was in the middle of that John Cena story. Was he not in the middle of that John Cena storyline? We thought R-Truth was gonna play some like big role in John Cena turning face again or something like that. No, now just released. Like, it doesn't make sense anymore. Like, there's no hints of when WWE's just releasing talent anymore. Like, it doesn't matter. They just release them when they feel like it. And then you just get this nonsense explanation. Oh, it's for budget cuts. Oh, it's for numbers. Dude, that's nonsense. WWE does not care about the fans, dude. WWE, Triple H, TKO, they don't care about the fans anymore. They don't. All they care about is numbers and their pockets at this point. Because, dude, this is disrespectful. This is mind blowing. This is disrespectful to dude. And then everybody on Twitter is just rioting. Everybody on the internet's like, this is like the most. It's not even split. It's not even split. Some releases people are split on like, yeah, this person wasn't doing anything, and other people are like, man, they shouldn't have released them. This one, it's just one side. People saying, why did they release R-Truth? They shouldn't have released R-Truth. Like, I'm seeing people saying that, oh, they need to start like at the WWE shows, just starts chanting justice for truth. We want truth. Like, people are thinking about making a whole movement over it. That's how much this man meant to the company, to the business. That's how much of a pillar of entertainment this man was. R-Truth, there was, dude, for the longest, I love this. People are just saying R-Truth is kayfabe. Dude, R-Truth was literally keeping this alive. And you tell me you get rid of R-Truth, you get rid of Carlito. Dude, I like, what's WWE supposed to look like now? It was already boring. The people that added little funny bits to it, you get rid of. What it's supposed to look like now? Just boring, riddled with ads and advertisement on the ring floor and stuff like that. Really? WWE is just nothing but ads, promos, not promos by the wrestlers. No, like paid promos. More ads and ads and ads. Ads on the floor, ads on the mat, ads on the ring post, ads on the barricade, ads during the matches, ads about broadcasts, ads. Dude, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be watching WWE for if this is if this is where it's going. If this is how things are gonna go for the future. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be watching WWE for, because this is getting unbearable. This is getting ridiculous. This is insane. I'm just gonna stop it here because this video is gonna be too long. So I'm gonna just wrap this up here. But I just wanted to get my thoughts out about them releasing R-Truth, because I find that really disrespectful. I find it ridiculous, and I find it honestly just goofy that they would release somebody like that just out of nowhere, man. Anyhow, man. What's up? What's up? But like, dude, but I do wish R-Truth nothing but the best, whatever he decides to do next, wherever he decides to go next, because this man is going to shine regardless. This man is one of a kind. No, he's once in a lifetime. This man is going to shine regardless, whatever he does, wherever he goes, and I wish him nothing but the best, you know. But this is just insane. But anyhow, that's the end of this rant. I'm going to make another video just talking about WWE as a whole. And that one, I promise you, I might get loud because this is frustrating. But anyhow, man, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing me out. Like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Like, comment, and subscribe if you choose to. But anyhow, though, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for hearing me out. I'm outie.